Hello, you guys. Thank you again for coming back to my channel. It's always a pleasure to have you in the kitchen with me. Today, I am preparing a lentil soup that is made with potatoes as well as squash. Now, if you guys want to see how I prepared this soup, which is Daniel Fast approved, let's get into the kitchen and let's get to it. Okay, hi guys. I hope you are ready to see how I'm going to prepare this recipe. I have some onions, some celery, some carrots, bell peppers, red, yellow, and green, white onion, bay leaf, some thyme, some Italian seasoning, some salt, my green lentils that have a cup of green lentils. All I'm going to do is I'm going to start sauteing all of my vegetables as well as my herbs. I have my thyme and did I say my rosemary? There you go. We're going to saute that into my pot, into some olive oil. You have to use olive oil to do this particular recipe. This was a rough chop, you guys. Don't worry about it because it's all going to boil down. Once this turns brown, we're going to add our beans to this along with the water, and this is going to cook down for about an hour. So simple, so easy. It's tasty, it's delicious, you guys. You always want to boost everything that you're eating with flavors. And believe it or not, you find it in nature. You don't have to use all of those prepackaged seasonings or anything like that. Everything is right here, right in nature. There goes my Italian seasoning, a teaspoon, and a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to mix that all up. Remember, we're going to let it brown. Why do you want it to brown? You want it to brown in order for the flavors to really come out. You want the caramelization of all of those onions, the sweetness of the bell peppers. Everything's going to come out once you let that brown. You also want to keep it low, on very low medium heat in order for it to brown up nicely to give you the flavors that you need. Let's brown this up, and then we're going to add our lentils, and then once our lentils are done cooking, we will add our potatoes and the remainder of our carrots. I'm going to add in, now that it's nice and brown, and I add the garlic last so that it does not burn and give my vegetables a bitter taste. Now we'll give it a couple of seconds, and then we're going to add our lentils. All right, we can add our lentils and water. I'm going to add another cup of water to that and let that cook for about an hour. Soup, okay? Our soup is going to be extra creamy with the squash. All right, and then we'll let that cook down for the rest of the remainder of the 30 minutes, and then we'll continue. Picking up, what I have done is I've removed some of the lentils that has been cooking. I put it inside of a bowl. Okay, there you go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my handheld blender and I'm gonna just crush the rest of that. I want it to be like a really nice creamy like a sauce, a bean sauce. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't care for the taste of squash, but if it's mixed up and it's nicely fine, I will eat it. Once I'm done smoothing this out with my handheld blender, I will add my potatoes with 1 cup of water. All right, here it is, nice and pulverized. You don't have to do it completely until it's smooth, but I did. Be careful, I got really a bad burn. I add my carrots and my potatoes right in there. That's 1 big potato and half of a carrot, and then a medium-sized potato. Now we're going to just turn our flame on low, and then we're going to let it cook. Also, wow, this is a real, I don't know if y'all could see that. Where it's pink, it hurts. But be careful, you guys. Be very, very careful when you're using a handheld blender. Remove it away from the stove, or at least if you're not very comfortable using it, you can also just wait until your beans have cooled down completely. I'm going to add my cup of water right now, and I'm going to let that cook. The reason why you add water is because it's going to be too thick and you're going to wind up not having much of your soup. So you want to make sure that you have enough water in there to cook down your potatoes. That way everything comes together and then it tastes wonderful and you'll have enough liquid for your soup. Okay, let's let that cook for about half an hour. Also, just add in a few sprigs of flat leaf parsley, and I also have 1 sprig of cilantro because I don't want that overpowering taste in this. It's you don't have to add it, but just for flavor. Okay, guys, so now our soup is completely ready. It is so delicious, you guys. Can you see that? The potatoes, everything in it is so rich. I added some habanero peppers into this, so I gave it a little kick, but that is up to you. It's your preference. The longer you cook it, the heartier it gets, and you want it to be hearty, especially when you're not eating any other kind of any other kind of food, foods other than fruits and vegetables. So you want it to make you feel full. You want it to be filling. You want it to be hearty. And this is the perfect way to do it, you guys. You guys, thank you again so much for coming back to my channel. It's always a pleasure. I'm always happy to have you in the kitchen with me, you guys. And if you know, if you want, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how you would prepare this, or if you will try to make this. Again, you guys, this is part of what I'm eating for my Daniel fast. Thank you again for coming by. I love you for watching, and I hope you've been affected. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.